the Ball Spreads Prediction Show coming to you guys live on June 28th, where we're almost through the month. I'm going to give you my leans and my takes on MLB slate today by On the Ball Spreads and presented to you by BlowOutAlert, best data and analytics website in the business. Guys, all I ask is that you guys make sure to drop a like and subscribe. And of course, put your MLB comments in, or your MLB picks in the comment section. And let's get to it. Let's talk about the slate. Yesterday was a great day. We saw some home runs. Blowout Alert's home run signal was phenomenal. Brandon Lowe, Junior Caminero, and Ketel Marte all listed inside the top 5. All 3 hit home runs. It was just a great day for home runs yesterday, from Ian Happ on and on. Many guys had home runs yesterday. It was nice to see that. Bryce Harper, bunch of guys went yard. Let's see if they got those Goldilocks balls going again today. Maybe we find a few. Maybe I'll review a home run at the end of the video if you guys hang with me. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about this matchup. Cincinnati Reds, Pittsburgh Pirates. You got Brady Singer on the mound. He's going one way with his ERA, and Mitch Keller's going the other, meaning Brady Singer is trending below his ERA right now. 0 earned runs, 1, 2, 1, 3. You know, he's got a 6.2 ERA. He's well below that right now. Mitch Keller, on the other hand, with a 3.8, has given up 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. He's playing above that ERA. In this spot here, you know, Pittsburgh does have home field. They do have the run differential. One thing that I've noticed this week is teams that are favored in the run differential category over the last 10 have typically won the ball game. I don't trust the bats of the Reds consistently. I think I'm going to have to get behind the Pittsburgh Pirates here today, back them on the money line. And once again, you're looking at Blowout Alert. This is in the descriptions tab. You can follow the link inside the descriptions tab. Sign up for free there today. Blowout Alert, data and analytics website, gives you the leans, gives you value plays, gives you signals, all kind of different edges to take and build your parlays or your straight bets for the day. Here, it's a 12-point engine edge. They own a 1.8 run differential over the last 10 games over the Reds. They have a slightly better starting pitcher as far as FIP goes. But look, guys, I just can't get behind Brady Singer here, even though he pitches better on the road than he does at home. I just can't do it. I think that the bats are more talented for the Pirates. Give me the money line at -141, and we'll go to our watch list and make sure we got that cleared out. Yep, so we got the Pittsburgh Pirates in there now, and we're going to move on to the Washington Nationals and Baltimore Orioles. Before we go any further, guys, all I want to say is today is brought to you by Onyx Odds. Spend 10, get 200. You can find this in my descriptions tab, the link to sign up and grab that free $200. Just use code word on the ball. Now we're getting back into the slate. Washington Nationals taking on the Baltimore Orioles. We got Lytle on the mound versus Bradish. I don't like what I've seen out of Zach Lytle this year. Look, his earned runs have been pretty high over the last 5 starts. He did look good early in the season, kind of fallen off here over the last couple. Baltimore Orioles have a clear pitching edge here. And I also believe the run differential, like I just mentioned, they've got a plus 2.7 over the last 10 games with the run differential. I just said the trend this week has been teams favored in run differential have won fairly easy. Kyle Bradish has a higher than average strikeout rate, right around 25%. I think that the Baltimore Orioles would be the play for me today, and only the Baltimore Orioles. -205, I don't want to lay that type of juice, so go ahead and give me the run line, -1.5. All right, guys, Texas Rangers taking on Toronto. You got Kumar Rocker taking on Shane Bieber, the Justin Bieber guy. But yeah, man, let's take a look at Bieber. He got peppered in his last start, man. 9 hits, 4 earned runs, only 2 Ks. I think he's going to get peppered again today. Kumar Rocker has been pretty solid all year long. Other than that start against Minnesota, that's really his only bad start in the last 30 days. I think it's worth noting that the run differential once again is on the Rangers. I think that they do have a quality pitching edge, just ever so slightly with Kumar Rocker on the FIP side of things. And you know, the Blue Jays hold that home field advantage where they do play better, hit the ball better. But I'm just not there with it. I think that, you know, the Texas Rangers can play really well today. The bats can get after Bieber. That's kind of my outlook on this one, because I know Kumar Rocker does play better at home than he does on the road. He holds a slightly higher ERA on the road starts. But look, I trust the Texas Rangers bats to get after a guy who just got peppered, 9 hits, 4 earned runs in his last start. I think he's still got some rust to shake off. Go ahead and give me the Rangers here on the money line today for the value as well, +109. All right, guys. Into the next one, Arizona taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. This has been a weird one for us here, guys, because Tampa Bay's Rays have been putting belt to ass. I think yesterday we faded them a little bit, expecting them to cool off. But look, 2.2 run differential. We just talked about it. I'm going to keep coming back to it. It just seems like the teams that have the quality starting pitcher and then the run differential combined, it's been a win for the last several days. Every time I fade that line, it comes back and it bites me in the ass. So look, run differential favorites the Tampa Bay Rays. Also, Rasmussen has been lights out. Take Rasmussen today for 6 Ks. Boy's going to throw the high stinky cheese. Sub 4 ERA. He's looked really good in his last 5 starts. And then, obviously over here with the Diamondbacks, still to be determined on who their pitcher is today. But that's not going to make a big difference for me at this point. I believe in Rasmussen. I believe in this Tampa Bay Rays lineup. I know they had that little cold streak there for about 2 weeks, but they're back on track. 47 wins, 33 losses, home field advantage. We know they play significantly better in Tropicana. The hitters play better. Look at what Camanero's been doing down there in Tropicana this week. Absolutely killing it. So go ahead, give me the Rays on the money line here, and we'll keep it moving. All right, guys, next one up, we've got, and just to talk about that Rays game, money line's minus 200. If you wanted to sprinkle the run line, you can as well. Let's, for the sake of the show, let's go run line to get you guys the best value. I think, yeah, we went run line with the Orioles as well. All right, guys. Houston Astros taking on Detroit Tigers. This is a 50-50 game. As you can see with the no engine edge there, the market kind of favoring towards Houston, 48% towards Detroit. Look, I'll break this one down for you here really quick. Jack Flaherty coming back from injury. He has kind of struggled all year. Jack Flaherty's always had good strikeout stuff. It's been the earned run stuff that's been the problem. Look, 10 strikeouts, 4, 7, 9, 6, 7, 1. Like, the strikeout stuff's always been there. But he struggled at time to go deeper than 3 innings. He hasn't really given a quality start at all in this season. He has been a gettable pitcher, giving up multiple earned runs in a lot of different starts. Hunter Brown, on the other hand, is an absolute ace. I know he came out last game, only had 4 Ks, didn't look all that hot as far as a strikeout perspective as much as he did in the first, but the earned runs, only 1. That shows me exactly who I believe Hunter Brown is. I think Hunter Brown is one of the better pitchers in the MLB. He has great strikeout stuff, great control. He is going to be an ace in this rotation, help the Astros win more games. We already know the Astros have great bats. I believe they can get after Flaherty today. I'm going to have to go with the Houston Astros here on the 50-50 game. And if we just wanted to dive in on a couple edges that it does have, there's an ever so slight edge to the run differential on the Detroit Tigers. There was some sharp money line movement on the Detroit Tigers early in the morning where the line opened up to where it finished. And honestly, they're saying that their starting pitcher, no, it just hasn't picked up on the Hunter Brown yet. So no, that's all that is. I said something about starting pitcher confirmed for Detroit here on this, but yeah, here nor there. I'm on Astros here today, even with the slight run differential edge by the Tigers, which is surprising because they've been one of the worst teams in the league this year, or at least in the last 30 days of scoring runs. But Astros have their struggles at times as well. Give me the Astros here, minus 120, 50-50 game. That's where we go with that one. All right, guys, into the next portion of the slate. We are going to the Phillies and Mets. Mets beat the Phillies yesterday, surprising, but Christian Scott was on the mound. Christian Scott is a really good pitcher. Look, home field advantage goes to the Mets, but Luzardo's on the mound. I know Luzardo's looked shaky at times over the last couple starts. 5 here against the White Sox, 5 here against Washington. Decent outings there. But man, even though he gave up 5 earned runs, the guy still had 13 strikeouts. This Phillies team's got 46 wins and 37 losses. They're turning a corner here. They've strung some wins together. Their run differential's through the roof. I know they took a bad loss yesterday. They only beat the Mets by 1 run the other night, and I had them the Phillies that night, and it burned me. I lost a big penny when they only won 2-1. I needed them to win 3-1. Look, lefty, Mets have struggled to hit lefties. Go ahead, give me the recent run differential edge here. I've been preaching it all day, and this is the biggest one we've seen on the board so far. Go ahead, give me the Phillies here. They've been playing really good baseball. I think Luzardo has a bounce-back spot, not giving up 5 earned runs. I think he keeps it under 2.5 earned runs today. Give me the Phillies here on the money line, and we'll keep it moving. All right, guys, next one up, we've got the Mariners taking on the Guardians. Look, I faded the app yesterday. BlowOutAlert called out the Guardians, and I went to the Mariners. I said, look, I think that Logan Gilbert's the better pitcher. I think that the bats can wake up, X, Y, and Z. But you got Gavin Williams on the mound today. I don't believe it's going to be George Kirby. I think it's going to be Emerson Hancock that gets a start. Either way, they're very similar pitchers. George Kirby has a little bit better strikeout stuff, in my opinion, than Emerson Hancock. Emerson Hancock's been giving some great quality starts, though. I mean, look, he's been going 5 to 6 innings most of his starts. George Kirby, you know he's going to get you a quality start almost every time, 6. I do give the edge to Kirby just because he's got a little bit better strikeout stuff, get you a few more innings, usually at least a half to 1 extra inning. But Gavin Williams, man, he's a righty. This Mariners team hasn't hit the righties all that well. The Mariners team really hasn't hit the ball all that well at all here recently. He did have that concerning outing against Milwaukee, but Milwaukee is fantastic. They do play small ball. They got after Gavin Williams. But look, he holds a strikeout edge, right? He has a high strikeout rate. The Seattle lineup strikes out at a high percentage, averaging about 9 Ks a game. There is a run differential on the Cleveland side, once again, that I talked about. They are also at home where they play much better. Gavin Williams has a sub-3 ERA at home versus a sub-5 ERA on the road. I just think that this line is too good to be true. There was some line movement that was sharp as well that was detected by BlowOutAlert. I think that the play here at minus 125 is with the Cleveland Guardians. I'm going to go ahead and jump on this bandwagon today after being on the Mariners yesterday. All right, guys, moving into the next one where we go into going into Milwaukee where the Chicago Cubs take on the Brewers. This gives a 4-point engine edge over to the Brewers. A couple reasons why. You got Rolison on the mound, taking on Woodruff. I'm a Woodruff believer. I think he's been coming back from a rough start early in the season. You know, his last start, he had no earned runs given up, 6 innings pitched, 10 Ks, looked much better. You know, he's dealing with that injury stuff there at the end of April. Wasn't there for the last 6 weeks. Came back, earned run under 0. But even before he went out, he was trending in the right direction. You know, if you looked at what he had been doing early in the season, Woodruff hadn't pitched that well in a couple of his starts, giving up a lot of walks, some control issues, a couple earned runs in those starts. But then, you know, coming back from his injury here, I loved what I saw, giving up no earned runs and having 10 Ks. So I want to be on the Brandon Woodruff side of things. I also want to see, you know, how this recent run differential works out, you know, because I talked about it earlier. The teams that held a good run differential typically won the match, right? We saw the Cubs beat the Brewers yesterday. They hold the run differential edge, but I believe Woodruff is the better pitcher. So here to me, this does feel like a 50-50 game where the value would lie on the Cubs because of the plus 139 on the money line and not on the Brewers so much due to Woodruff. But for the sake of what I'm betting on my end with my premium picks that I sell over at the Winnable link in the descriptions tab, I am on the Brewers today at minus 1.5. So I will go ahead and stick with the Brewers at minus 1.5. Let's ride and let's rock, and that's the edge where BlowOutAlert has it today as well by the engine edges. All right, guys, Colorado taking on Minnesota Twins. Plenty of other better plays on the board to take than this one. Let's just keep it short and sweet. Ryan Feltner on the mound. I believe they're taking on Connor Prilips today. In the pitching order, just hasn't pulled him yet from our site, but I believe Prilips will be the one who drops on. Rookie pitcher, hasn't played very well in his MLB debut. But Minnesota holds the run differential. They've hit the ball really well. They're at home. We know they play better ball at home. There has been some line movement on the Minnesota Twins side of things. You know, so I just, it's a lot of righty versus righty, and we know that the power of the Twins is there. So I think that just from a hitting perspective, them being at home, I think the play is the Twins, but there's no value there. I really wouldn't want to bet this. This is a 50-50 game, guys. I'm not on this play today at all. And when I say that you don't really get a clear edge, you know, the only edge is it's Ryan Feltner, who does have a higher EAA, gives up some sharp contact. There are some big bats in this Twins lineup. But when, you know, it's kind of a 50-50 edge like that, I always say just take the underdog, man, because that's where the value is. You know, you can bet 50 and win 100 versus betting 100 and not even winning 100. So, like, I think the value lies with the Rockies here today. Give me the Rockies, and we'll keep it moving. All right, next one up. Kansas City taking on the Chicago White Sox. We can go back to the well here. Keep it short, keep it sweet and simple. give me the White Sox on the money line. Anthony K, lefty pitcher, sub-5 ERA, been throwing good stuff. Avila, he's been respectable, man. He's been keeping his ERA pretty low, other than that big run outing that he had there against Houston. We know the bats at Houston can be dangerous, but equally so with the Chicago White Sox. I want to be on the White Sox side of things today, where they play really, really well over at Rate Field. Anthony K pitches much better there as well. The bats wake up there. Give me the White Sox today on the money line, minus 143. Keep it moving into this next one, where's the Miami Marlins taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Man, these Cardinals have looked good. Tyler Phillips looked good in his last start. 6 innings pitched, only 2 earned runs given up. I know he got bombed by Philly, but outside of that, he had some really respectable starts this season. I think that he can hold these guys off. He is a righty. I know that the St. Louis Cardinals do hit the righties pretty damn well. But that 4.2 run differential over the last 2 games, this Miami Marlins team is killing the ball. End of the day, the run differential is a big factor. You've got to score runs in order to win ball games. I think Miami is playing really well. I think Tyler Phillips can get a quality enough start for this team to keep the Cardinals off the board, give Miami an offensive advantage. You know, they have the better, Woba and ex-Woba in this matchup. They've hit the ball really well here as of late. I know that the Cardinals do have the better starting pitcher on paper, especially being at home where Leahy has a sub-4 ERA, but I'm going to have to go with the Marlins here on the money line, and let's take a look where Blowout Alert is today on that one. As far as this one goes. So yeah, no read on this one, no engine edge, but we did see some of the things that it shouted out at us, and it seemed like it was fairly 50-50 there. I'll be on the Miami Marlins side of things, which does line up with my rule of thumb. If it's 50-50, go ahead and take the value play. All right, next one up, Oakland A's taking on the Angels, where the Angels have been a tough one to call here recently. I thought the A's had a chance to win it. I like Savali here in this spot over Aldegari. I trust the bats. I keep saying it, but the bats didn't wake up yesterday. This team, I think, is struggling a little bit after having such a long homestand out there in Vegas. You get used to playing in such a short field. It doesn't keep you honest, So I think that's maybe some of the struggles we're seeing with these guys on the road. We see it with the Rockies a lot. They leave their homestand and they go out on the road and struggle. Kind of seeing it here with the A's. But look, I think that Savali's been phenomenal on the road this year. At home, he's sub 60. He's over 7 earned runs per game at home. He's sub 4 on the road. Savali has pitched much better on the road than he has at home. I really like what I've seen out of Savali. Let's go take a look at what he's done over the last couple games. 2 earned runs, but he did have those 6 and those 7s there. He doesn't get as many starts as you would think. That last start was in the middle of June when he gave up that 6 earned runs, and then late May for the 7. He did have some struggles there late May. But look, I liked what I saw out of him that last game against San Francisco. And San Francisco is one of the hotter bats right now. They've proven that over the last 2 weeks. Surprisingly, those bats are waking up for the San Francisco Giants. And that's something you got to watch out for when you handicap games, guys, and you're looking at these slates is who's trending hot right now over the last 15-30. Who was leading the league 60 days ago like the Braves were, and where do they rank now, like dead last? Go ahead, give me the A's here on the money line. I like them backed by Savali, Nick Kurtz, Langeliers, Tyler Soderstrom. Give me the A's here on the money line to get it done today. This is our first fade of the day on the Blowout Alert engine read. But look, I just trust the bats in Savali just a little bit more. So that's where I'm at with it, guys. Let's move into this next one. Atlanta taking on San Francisco Giants here. This is a 50-50 game. And I don't know why. I know it's maybe because Chris Sale is on the mound, and Chris Sale is an ace. He's looked phenomenal. But like I just said, the San Francisco Giants have woken up. They're hitting lefties the best in the MLB, number 1 against lefty team in the last 30 days. Robbie Ray has played really good baseball. 0 earned runs, gave up 5, 0, 1, 4. It's been since mid-May when he was having those struggles that he's played a bad game. I think that this is a spot where Robbie Ray, if he's dialed in, can honestly get after this Atlanta Braves team. They've really struggled to hit the ball here lately, man. They just have, and I get it. Chris Sale has a high strikeout rate. This is San Francisco Giants team is a high strikeout, team, and the Braves are technically a strong hitting lineup overall on the season. But as far as recency bias, look, San Francisco Giants over the last 10 games have a significant edge on the run differential. Significant edge on Robbie Ray pitching at home. Sub 3 ERA at home versus 5.5 on the road. Chris Sale has only pitched really good games, really sharp ace-like games back at Truist Park. I think the lean here for me is going to be the Giants over these Braves who have been struggling so far this season. Go ahead, give me the Giants at plus money value here, plus 138. And then we're going to wrap it up with the last two games of the night where you got Emmett Sheehan taking on Michael King. This is not a team you want to be struggling against, Mike King. I know that you just got the save of the day. You got our lock of the day last week when the Braves lost to you guys 0-1, and I said it was a bounce-back spot. It was one of our top plays, and boy, was I right on that one. But you're not going to win a game 0-1 against the Dodgers. I'm sorry to tell you that, Michael King. You're not going to get away with giving up 6 hits and not giving up any earned runs to the Dodgers. You met your maker today, Shohei Ohtani, Andy Pajes, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Max Muncy. I like what I've seen out of these guys over the last couple games. Dodgers hold just a slight edge in the run differential over the last 10. I also think that the record plays a part. Padres have been trending in the right direction. They're at home in Petco. But, end of the day, it's a 53-win team. They've started to hit the ball a little bit better. They're about 50-50 middle of the pack against righties. But Michael King has been getting peppered here as of late. I do know that the starting pitcher, Michael King, does play a little bit better at home than he does on the road. But for me, guys, it's Dodgers or nothing here. It's a lot of righty versus righty. I think they can get after it. There's an elevated home run rate off of this Dodger side of things here. They're averaging about 1.7 home runs a game, so just below 2. So they're going to go yard tonight off from Michael King. So let's go with the Dodger side of things here on the money line. If you wanted to get cute, sprinkle a little on the run line. But yeah, give me the Dodgers, minus 142 money line. All right, last game tonight, Boston Red Sox taking on the Yankees. I think you got Rondon on the mound taking on Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray has been the ace in this lineup. This team rallies around Sonny Gray. If you just take a look at where he's been with his earned runs, it's been phenomenal. The games the Yankees should have won in the series, they've dropped. So in my opinion tonight, you're not going to win it against Sonny Gray when the Red Sox rally around him. Look, Boston's run differentials through the roof over the Yankees over the last 10 games. Rondon has not played as well on the road as he has at home in Yankee Stadium. He's given up more earned runs on the road. I think that Boston's rallied around being in Fenway. I think that they've rallied around this game, this series. This is a series, like I've said, doesn't matter how bad each team is. The Yankees could be the worst. The Red Sox could be the worst in the league, but they get up for each other and they look like the best teams in the MLB. They did just that. Give me the Boston Red Sox here tonight on the money line, backed by Sonny Gray. And that's it, guys. That's the show. Just to review the slate with you guys, I'll pull up the watch list here on Blowout Alert. Once again, this is found in the descriptions tab. You can just click on the Blowout Alert link and sign up for free today. But this is where we're going, guys. We're going Boston money line, Dodgers money line, Giants money line, A's money line, Miami Marlins money line, Chicago White Sox on the money line, Colorado Rockies on the money line. I would say this is a value play, but look, we're going to go ahead and click this one out because if I follow this as a parlay, I don't want you guys having that inside the parlay. Milwaukee on the spread, lay the run line minus 1.5. Cleveland Guardians on the money line. Philly on the money line. Houston Astros on the money line. And then wrapping up the last 4 games, or the games that will kick us off here in about 30 minutes. Tampa Bay Rays, lay the run line minus 1.5. Rangers on the money line. Baltimore, lay the run line minus 1.5. And then Pittsburgh on the money line. And that's the show, guys. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure to drop a like and your baseball picks in the comments. Before we go, let's pull out a signal real quick. Home runs. Why not keep riding them, guys? Junior Caminero. Give us Caminero for a home run. Who else do we want to take a look at? Devers, I think, went yard yesterday, didn't he? I like Miguel Vargas here. Good matchup. Meets my criteria. Over 33, or my criteria is over 0.25 on the descriptions. Over a 5.0 on this rate. He's got a pitching edge and rising. I also like Akamoto here. So give me Miguel Vargas, Akamoto, and let's ride with Junior Caminero as well. There's your 3-play home run parlay. Akamoto, Miguel Vargas, and Junior Caminero. Let's keep the party rolling. I'll see y'all next time, man. I appreciate you tuning in. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Book the one way.